getting saved.
Okay, here we go. The mystery of the dead killer demon, demonic invasion. Oh, dead killer demon, huh? Who could have been behind that, huh? Ooh, I have a case file about a killer demon inside the penthouse. I forgot about that. The truths in play grow bizarre like an old tree grows gnarled. A killer demon? What
Don't
killer
test
demon?
me.
I found a dead killer demon inside the council penthouse. There aren't supposed to be any demons left on the island. A killer demon in the council penthouse. What was it doing there? It has the blood of several council members on its claws. It was involved in the murder of the council. It appears that it burst out of a hidden security crate and attacked the council. How did it die? Montserrat shot it during the murder. There was a Fukada bullet that came from Montserrat's gun in the killer demon's head. The dark deduction of the dead demon's destruction is for another case file. The truth about where it came from. Okay, so the dark deduction of the dead demon's destruction is for another case file. Interesting. Interesting. I didn't think there was any murder or any mystery there. The truth about where it came from must be dredged from the swamp of mystery first. So, witness. Yes, all of this. Yes to all of this. Okay. Well, it was witness, so yay. This solves all of my problems, doesn't it?
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
The righteous man transgressed. Witness is the origin of the killer demon.
Bathed in the glory of the gods.
Laughable. I am a holy man,
I
not
have
a sinner.
a bad feeling about this.
I found the killer demon along with a demonic containment crate in the penthouse. A demonic containment crate? It is some kind of incarceration device that imprisons a demon with holy restraints. There are bindings and manacles covered with holy wards. These restrained the killer demon and kept it contained. Why? It was likely placed there ahead of time as a means to kill the council.
Show me your truth.
Present your evidence, construct a truth.
Paradise feels wrong.
There's a secret demonology lab hidden within the dead zone. The lock on it is coded to Witness's blood vial.
Surely this is a joke.
That is an old panic room. I never used it for demonology. Someone has planted that evidence.
Don't test me.
That lab has the same crates as the one in the penthouse. During the extermination 10 years ago, Witness managed to capture a killer demon and contain it.
This island is full of sinners.
A heretical accusation. How could I have done that?
Got it.
There is a tunnel running from Sam's bar to the dead zone. Witness has been seen using it to access the dead zone. Hell yeah, it's all falling into place.
Full of sinners.
Seen by who? A sinner that would besmirch the name of a holy man.
Show me your truth.
Crime cannot
Carmelina?
hide.
Carmelina confessed to me that Witness maintained a secret demonology lab on the island in an abandoned bunker.
I am still bathed in the glory of the gods.
Lies.
Times are looming.
This is a persecution of the
Show me
holy.
your truth.
Crime cannot hide.
Last night at midnight, Witness made a phone call to an unknown number. That number matches the number on a receiver attached to the demonic containment crate inside the penthouse.
I have a bad feeling about
The receiver
this.
was designed to open the crate when it received a call. This would let the killer demon out, presumably to attack the council.
Surely this is a joke.
A ridiculous accusation. Why would I want to release a killer demon? Demons are abominations. Dexo in the chat says, one of these conspiracies is way cooler than the other. Carmelina has trans-dimensional tunnels, while Witness just has lame, regular dirt tunnels. That's true. That tunnel behind
repulsive.
Sam's bar pales in comparison. Why not explain how the phone number you dialed matches the receiver?
Surely this is a joke.
I can't explain a lie fabricated by a sinner. Can you prove this accusation? I verified the data by using Witness's personal phone and a comms tower. He made the call and the receiver picked up, unlocking the demonic containment crate.
I am innocent in the eyes of the gods!
Show me your truth.
Present your evidence. That's it. That's all I got. I feel like that's enough. But how did the crate get into the penthouse? No idea, Judge.
Got it.
We're not going to come to that. We're not coming to that later. I have considered your truth, ruminated on the implications, soaked in the facts, steeped in the leaves of veracity, examined the grains of legitimacy. There is no jury here. A truth is revealed.
The court finds witness to the end.
Witness is guilty. Ooh, I feel good about that. I feel really good about that. You have overseen so many wonderful islands. Why turn your back on us now?
I am still bathed in the glory of the gods!
Such is the burden of a martyr. You may think of me as a sinner, but I work for a holy purpose.
Endless heresy on this island!
You have all strayed from the path, and the gods weep.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
I hope they weep for you as well. What was the play here? The killer demon was placed in the penthouse as a remote weapon. The security crate was hidden in the room. When the killer demon was released, it attacked everyone in the room on sight. That sounds risky. I don't know if it was meant to kill all of the council. Just the presence of the killer demon would be enough to scare the council. A dreadful truth.
Witnesses conspiracy.
Okay, there's evidence pointing to Witness masterminding a conspiracy to kill the council. Sweet, and that is a new case file. Alright, alright, alright. I love it. Okay, so my new... They all deny but admit when declared guilty. I mean, we're finally getting to the, like, okay, I confess trope that is at the conclusion of every mystery narrative, right? Like, that's how all of these stories go. Frankly, it usually happens quite a lot sooner. Okay, yes. I am going to keep saving using this slot, though.
Getting saved.
Okay, the crime to end all crimes. Last night the council were murdered. Was it a power play or killing for kicks? Who did it and why? Who killed the council? The truth has aged like a fine whiskey. How does the whiskey on this island taste? Pour us a glass of truth so we may sip upon the vintage blend of justice. I want to know who held the knife. If a killer was set up by a mastermind, we will deal with that later. I want to know who gripped a knife of murder in their palm of guilt. Yuri has testified that Henry was set up as a scapegoat. Will this change your truth? Show us the ultimate truth. I mean, no. Like, definitely not him. It's also definitely not Yuri. Like, we already confessed. I think I am going Dead Killer Demon. But also, this guy. It's, frankly, both of them. But Denon Nigate has already been convicted and is already dead, so let's go with Dead Killer Demon, just for fun. What do I have? There is a demon. I mean, that's pretty convincing, quite frankly.
Is this a fact or a truth?
Kubert says, luckily they fear Judge way more than Love dies. Everyone cracks under the spectacles of justice. Way to get into character. I like it. Okay, yes. Dead Killer Demon is also already dead. I understand that. The Killer Demon is the Paradise Killer. Present your evidence. Construct a truth. Well, his name is Killer Demon, first of all. The Killer Demon was in the penthouse, surrounded by blood and murder victims. I'm pretty certain he wasn't invited in for a beer.
Show me your truth.
Don't test me.
The victims were all killed in an attack with a clean, perfect blade. The killer demon's claws are covered in the blood of the council, and they are large like knives. They are perfectly formed with clean edges. The killer demon was shot in the head by Montserrat during the attack. Montserrat was acting in self-defense.
Show me your truth.
And that's it. That's all I got. The killer demon has a bullet in its head. That bullet came from Montserrat's gun. It was pretty clear from the scene that Montserrat shot the killer demon in self-defense.
Show me your truth.
I have considered your truth. There is no jury here. When the day began, I never expected a truth like this. A truth is
The
revealed.
court finds the dead demon guilty.
There you go. Who would have thought that a killer demon would be responsible?
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
Witness implemented a vile plan to kill the
Yes,
council.
baby!
Okay, so now do we go to conspiracies? The Onyxian claws of conspiracy tear at the flesh of this island. I can feel the dreadful shadow of this conspiracy looming over us. Can you explain this conspiracy? Review the evidence, investigator. So it's Carmelina, if I can get her. Okay. Oh, interesting. This is a whole... So I'm not doing anything here. I'm just supposed to review the evidence and prepare to speak with Judge. Witness had been using Sam's secret tunnel. Witness remotely unlocked the crate. Witness had an imprisoned demon. Right? So...
Crime is repulsive.
But this is the Witness conspiracy, right? I believe that Witness initiated a conspiracy to kill the council. Witness has become a fanatic. He has radicalized himself as a devoted servant of the gods. Oh, Amaranth has... Okay, so Amaranth says, I think accusing the demon will cause Witness to be accused of the conspiracy while accusing Denonigate for the murder pins it on Carmelina. Interesting. Okay. Okay. If that was my choice, then it wasn't clear that that was my choice. But also, I think that's what I would have chosen. So, Witness has become a fanatic. He has radicalized himself as a devoted servant of the gods.
I have a bad feeling about this.
He believes the Syndicate has strayed from the holy mission, and I believe he wanted to put the fear of the gods into us. Montserrat was devolving into paranoia and becoming a dictator. Witness has repeatedly voiced his opposition to Montserrat's plans for the next island. Witness took matters into his own hands. Carmelina told me about Witness becoming rebellious against Montserrat's plans. Witness openly rejected Montserrat's plans to wipe certain events from history and tighten his grip over Syndicate members.
Crime cannot hide.
Witness has become obsessed with the idea of a cleansing tide of demons. Like the ancient Great Flood, he wants the Syndicate to be forced to start again.
Paradise feels wrong.
The key to Witness's plan was planting a killer demon inside the council penthouse. That demon would kill the council and he'd get away with it. Witness made a call at midnight to a demonic containment crate that has been hidden in the penthouse, unlocking it remotely and allowing it to start its attack. Witness had been experimenting in demonology in his secret bunker within the Dead Zone. He imprisoned the killer demon and later weaponized it. Sam has a secret tunnel running from his bar to the Dead Zone. Witness used that to subvert the security on the Dead Zone and get in.
I don't like this.
I don't know how Witness got the crate into the penthouse. I mean, I do, but I'm not going to say. The plan isn't foolproof. There were too many variables. Pinning your hopes on a wild killer demon and believing it wouldn't be traced back to you was foolish. That is true. Like, I mean, I guess that was part of setting up Henry Division as the fall guy, was that he's associated with demons, so he must have, like, summoned a demon or something. But there's also a crate with a remote opening device that's just there. Like, it's not like that was well hidden or anything like that. No doubt the intention was a scare tactic more than anything else. Put the fear of the gods into the council to enact change. You used a killer demon as the messenger of angry gods to reshape the syndicate. The plan didn't have to be perfect to get what you wanted. All you needed was a catalyst for change. On a day of horrible truths, this is one of the worst. Why, Witness?
This island is full of sinners.
I am surrounded by sin and heresy. You are all focused on the islands and your own little ambitions.
The gods are displeased.
What about the gods? What about our holy mission? All but one of the pyramids sit empty, and we have existed for millennia.
You sinners lie and a scheme.
We are an embarrassment to the gods. The Syndicate needed rebuilding,
That's it.
and you would be the one to do it.
Endless heresy on this island.
The who is irrelevant. More important is the why and how.
Under the gaze of the gods.
Reestablish the priority in our faith, resume our holy mission, bathe in the radiance of our
The
gods.
gods are watching us.
I must die a martyr. I really tried to do the work of our astral
You
lords.
sinners lie and a scheme.
I wasn't enough though. The sin on this island was too great. I mean, that's some amazing tap dancing. I hope heaven is everything you want it to be. Witness to the end. You are found guilty of conspiring to kill the council. The punishment is death. Yeah, so I was just thinking this, Dex. There's something sitcom-y about the scene at Witness's apartment. Carmelina and Witness both need to kickstart their conspiracies and are both making excuses for why they need to step away from the other. But also they're both using that moment and each other as their alibi, right? Like, Carmelina had it set up so that Akiko would call Witness to get him out on the balcony so that she could get away for 5 minutes and he would, like, vouch for her whereabouts. And meanwhile, he's fiddling around on his phone while talking to her in order to, place him at his apartment. Like, it's pretty good. I like that. I like imagining that scene. The tendrils of conspiracy snake around us. Starlight has a case file that will help us chop back the tendrils and expose the truth hiding within. Review the evidence, investigator. So this is Carmelina's conspiracy. Yeah, holy shit, look at all of this. Right? This is... Because I didn't accuse the Daybreaks and I didn't, like, reveal, I guess, any of the evidence, any of that side of the evidence, my case against Witness was relatively slim, but still. Can you explain this conspiracy? Can you refine the truth from the ore of crime?
Like this.
I believe that Carmelina initiated a conspiracy to kill the council last night. Well, I believe she initiated it 25 years ago, but 10 years ago? Some number of years ago. She created Perfect 25 and wanted to make sure it was hers. Carmelina is being punished for her father's crimes. The Silence family were barred from ever being on the council as part of his punishment. Crimson told me that Carmelina has put a number of motions to join the council that have all been denied. She's a genius architect that has helped the Syndicate birth a potentially perfect island. Does she feel she deserved a seat on the council?
Paradise feels wrong.
She knows the 25th island will be perfect. Is she worried she won't get credit for it?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Witness testified he is worried that Carmelina has changed. Maybe she expects more reward for her craft.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
Carmelina had a secret child, Denonigate. She kept him hidden in a transdimensional corridors that she built with her skills as an architect.
I don't like this.
Denonigate's father was Ayas Kiwami. The council blood from his father would allow Denonigate to breach the bloodlock on the third holy seal.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
Carmelina presumably learned that Henry had been fathered illegitimately by Ayas and had been kept a secret. Oh, got it. That meant she could get a secret child as well.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
When I found Denonigate, he told me his mission had been to try to kill the council. He had a knife slick with the blood of council members. He completed his mission. Denonigate would birth a new syndicate, dying for Carmelina's
Crime
sins.
is repulsive.
Carmelina took a lump of flesh from the crying grudge to get through the fourth seal. She fused this to Denonigate's body. So this is just like, what's it called in court? Like, the final remarks from the lawyer. Closing arguments. This is just like the closing art, because we've heard all this before. This is just sort of summarizing.
Don't test me.
Yuri said he took Denonigate through the seals.
Is this a fact?
Yuri,
or a truth?
Yuri confessed to being recruited by Carmelina.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
Yuri is guilty of going through the second seal.
Is this a fact or a truth?
Yuri got the key to the second seal from KHX under orders from Carmelina.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I believe Yuri helped Henry obtain forbidden books on demonology.
Crime cannot hide.
If Henry became possessed by a demon, it would initiate the end of the island and allow Carmelina's plan to be put in play.
Got it.
Henry's possession called for an exorcism.
Paradise feels wrong.
Carmelina wanted Henry to kill Grace Bloodlines to give him a prior history of murder. When he didn't step up, Carmelina intervened and killed Grace herself. Weird that I didn't have a case file for that. Did I? Was that one of the cases? A demonically possessed citizen would be the perfect tool.
Is this a fact?
Carmelina
or a
recruited
trick?
Akiko into her plan.
Crime is repulsive.
Akiko aided her by purposefully leaving Henry alone with Grace.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
Akiko faked Henry's escape, putting a possible killer into play.
Crime cannot hide.
Akiko knew the first seal marshals would be killed and switched them to protect her beloved marshals.
Crime cannot hide.
Carmelina's plan was achieved by using her transdimensional corridors.
Don't test me.
Her alibi looked perfect, but she knew Witness would leave the room when he got a call.
I have a bad feeling about this.
She knew Akiko would call at the right time and use that opportunity to slip out of Witness's apartment, get to Denonigate, and deliver her killer to the council building. Do you have anything to say, Architect?
What?
You people would have nothing if it weren't for
I beg
me.
your pardon?
All these islands that you drifted along on, all your tragic little lives, all given to you by me.
Believe what you want.
I facilitate the syndicate. I craft your
What?
homes. I have never been rewarded for my work, never been on the council, always living off to the side. Not even Perfect 25 got me the recognition I deserve. I don't expect the world, just some kind of reward to show what I did was worth it. I mean, was this worth it?
It is
Oh,
cowardly
damn, that
to
was actually
insinuate,
kind of a burn.
investigator.
It would have been. You shouldn't have been called down. I'd crafted a perfect lie. I mean, not that perfect, Carmelina. Let's be
Paradise
be
feels
honest with ourselves. How did you know you'd be made the leader during the crisis?
Craft is its own reward.
That's the irony. It didn't. I didn't expect Justice Incarnate to reverse the law and make me leader. So what was the play on the next
I
island?
am the leader.
When the chips are down, everyone of the syndicate is a coward and a sycophant. If you all want your little bits of power and for your little lives to carry on ticking by, the next council would be scared. All seniority would be gone, and I would be the one that had crafted Perfect 25. I would make sure I had the throne.
I beg your pardon?
My father was a victim, but treated like a criminal. He was executed by a coward. You people never appreciate what others do
The
for you.
facts and the truth are not the same.
The Grand Marshal would give you a loyal army to make sure of it.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
The plan failed. The truth is known. You arrogantly believed everyone would believe Henry, a citizen, was capable of breaching the Holy Seals and murdering the Council. Justice is immune to arrogance. A hideous, heinous truth. A vile truth. Architect, you have been found guilty of conspiring to kill the Council. Your punishment is death. Cubert says, I think the syndicate is finished. Pretty much everyone has been convicted, and the Daybreaks want to take off too. At this rate, it'll just be Judge, Doomjazz, and Lady Love Dies living it up on 25. And there are, as Amaranth points out, I think that there are syndicate members already on Perfect 25. The game has been really vague and unclear, like how many that is. And I keep oscillating back and forth between, like, maybe it's a few or none at all. And I kind of think maybe it's a lot. I think maybe, like, the syndicate is pretty big. Not, like, maybe not hundreds of people, but, like, at least dozens of people. And the vast majority of them made it to 25. So I think there's actually a lot of syndicate already there. Also, you forgot Crimson Acid, who is going to be, like, so stoked to have a position of actually doing shit. Like, now that there are roles that need to be filled, she's going to take over for Akiko, I bet. The Parlor of Justice has played host to the truths of the investigator. Were the truths as expected? Did esoteric knowledge reveal the truth, or did it remain hidden in mystery? This is interesting because I feel like a couple of these bits from the judge have hinted at the idea that as things were revealed in the trials, that might change my interpretation of other events, and really it didn't. Like, I feel like I came in understanding pretty well what had happened and was able to just present that evidence. And I don't know if there are other cases where if I hadn't figured as much stuff out, if that would have been different. The investigator will become executioner and will execute justice. Hell yeah. I love the aesthetics of these, like, execute justice coming in from the top and bottom is very good. Grand Marshal Akiko 14. The verdict is execute. Holy shit. Damn. Bye, Akiko. Architect Carmelina. The verdict is execute. Okay, what about her dog? Can I adopt her dog, though? This is amazing. Carmelina Silence executed. Crimson Acid. The verdict is release. Dr. Doomjazz. The verdict is release. The accused, Henry Division. The verdict is release though? Or like he's still possessed and like should probably be executed as was previously planned. The Fairy Woman, Lydia Daybreak. The verdict is you got away with it, Lydia. Sam Daybreak. The verdict is thanks for hooking me up with that whiskey. Witness to the end. The verdict is execute. This is a good capstone to the game, I really think. Like, it's got the flavor. How exactly would we have executed Sam? He's already a skeleton. That's a great question. We're never going to find that out. Secretary Yuri Knight. The verdict is you also, I think, were deceived by a god, and like that didn't even come up in trial, but you're gonna get executed. The Unforgiving Spectre, One Last Kiss. The verdict is no crimes. You were never accused of any crimes, and also you're a ghost. So, the Bizarre Killer Demon. The verdict is already dead, though? I mean, you have proven that Henry had nothing to do with the crime to end all crimes. He was nothing more than a pawn in a dreadful game of murder and secrecy. Wait, what happened to Nonegite, the demon killer child? The murder child. What happened to Murder Child, who was definitely convicted alongside Yuri for some of this stuff? You have earned the title Grand Investigator. Hell yes. Hell yes. Your weapon is unlocked. On the next island, you will reform the Paradise Psycho unit. Island 24 is about to die. Island 25 waits for us. What kind of island will it be? Are you happy with your truths? Did you get the convictions you wanted? You entered into a battle with the facts, the truths, and the suspects. Did you emerge victorious? This courtroom could only allow so many truths to emerge from their hiding places. Are there more to hunt? I have this arm, and I literally don't know what it is or why I have it. So if you believe that things are not as they seem, there is still a way to punish the guilty. Grand Investigator Lady Love dies. I will leave you to execute justice at your discretion. Holy shit, what? Punish those that you deem guilty. Execution or exile are viable punishments. You may also let them go free. Oh, fuck. Please work for the best interests of Perfect 25.
Repulsive.
Thank you, Judge. It will be my honor to execute justice. I could exile Sam and Lydia. Ooh. When you are ready to wave goodbye to Island 24, do so from the rearview mirror in Lydia's car. The car will take you through the Paradise Gates to Perfect 25. Use it at your discretion. I mean, aren't we under severe time pressure, though? Those of you which have not been found guilty of destroying Paradise may leave and wrap up your business before we move to Perfect 25. A marshal shall take Henry back to his cell. Marshals will clear away the executed. They will not be remembered. They will not be honored. Damn, though. Okay, the Way of Blood bar, 25th Island sequence. She completed the job. Was there more to do? The investigator always trusted her heart. She would decide if Paradise had been saved. We are on Perfect 25, so it must have been saved. Saved isn't a binary state. Solving a crime doesn't mean the world is fixed. That's scary. Who is this guy? It is. I hope she knew what she was doing. I'm sure she did. This is Lady Love Dies we're talking about. I am into the continuing adventures of Lady Love Dies. Okay, so here's the thing, though. Oh, everybody's gone home. I see. So... and I have my gun, and I can't talk to the judge anymore. Is that right? I can. Paradise is indebted to you. No matter what truth you made, you believed in Paradise. I hope that we will never have to work together again. I hope that crime can be eradicated and Paradise will be perfect. That is an unrealistic dream. Crime infects every society. You are right. The Syndicate's way of governing is flawed. It always will be. I look forward to working with you again. Truth will always need an investigator and a judge. When you have finished executing justice, please move to the next island. Okay. I mean, because we got rid of Carmelina, does that mean that, like, we stopped the island from imminently exploding? I'm gonna go ahead and save my game in slot number 3. But I am happy with the decisions that I made at trial. And I'm gonna fast travel to Sam, I guess? Where can I take you? Yeah, I guess. They could look into adding attorneys, a jury, maybe a few other things. I mean, I don't know. That sounds complicated. One last drink, LD, on the house. I've got a special one saved. Sure. I'll take a drink. It's the end of Paradise. You'll have it neat, won't you?
What the hell?
What is this? A special blend, isn't it? Don't ask. The recipe is secret. That hit the spot. Can I help you with anything before the end? Oh, Jesus Christ. I think we're going to exile Sam and Lydia, is what we're going to do. And it's amazing that I could just execute him. I don't have anybody that I really want to do that to.
To the idle land.
To the wait, that's not what I wanted.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
Oh fuck. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Whoops. Whoops. Okay. Holy shit. Now he's got chains all around him. Okay. I don't, hey, friends, I can't, I don't, I'm not happy with that. I'm like really not happy with that. And a lot of the time, I would want to kind of roll with how things went, but that doesn't feel right or fair. Wow, I'm upset by that. That is not at all what I intend. Okay, so I mean, in that case, I have, like, no business left. Because, I guess, should I go execute Henry? I could go talk to her. She might want to talk to me. Like, I don't hate getting a last drink from Sam, but it didn't seem actually worth making the trip. I do feel like... Okay. Alright, we're gonna, now I'm nervous. I feel like it's extremely possible that I'm gonna come right back here and... Hey, what's going on? I'm gonna come right back here and reload this save again because I have no idea what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna go execute Henry. Not because I think he committed a crime, he didn't, but he is possessed by a demon, and, like, he deserves somebody to pull the trigger. I feel like part of the problem here is that nobody... Well, I guess Carmelina arranged it so that he would be locked up, because that's what she wanted. That was quite a fucking show. I'm amazed I'm still here. You were scapegoated. I was just doing my job. I appreciate it. That's the first time someone has stood up for me. I spent my entire life adrift. The world happened around me. I moved between currents. Nothing I did was ever good enough. Nothing ever worked. No one wanted me. You believed in the truth. Thank you. I mean, here's the thing that I want to tell you is that I'm pretty sure the narrative that I get for choosing this is going to be, you were guilty of a crime and I just couldn't prove it. And I'm not okay with that. Like, I'm not okay with the game thinking that I think that I couldn't prove what I wanted to prove. I did exactly what I wanted to in that trial. I'm fucking Lady Love Dies. And I will not hear any of this that besmirches my reputation as a fucking investigator. Okay. I guess I can say, you can't leave the island. I'm just a shit-munching citizen. There are a load more for you to abduct for the next island, right? I've got a demon in me. Can't have that on your precious new island, can you? I'm incorrect. None of that is acceptable. What fucking ever. If I talk to this guy... Oh, shut up, dude. By executing Akiko, you've destroyed any hope of Perfect 25. At least try to redeem yourself by executing the true murderer. Wow, okay, yes. So, okay, Saris in chat said, after I talked to the marshal guarding him, it made the decision easier for me, and yeah, yes. I'm still not thrilled with this, right? Because at the moment where the game, in the lead up to that decision of, do you want to execute Henry or not, the game had not made clear what that meant or what the consequences would be, right? It's only in talking to this guy, which I could have done beforehand, but there's no particular reason why I should or would. And in the dialogue that happens between me and Henry after I decide not to execute him, that sort of justifies that decision. So, thanks, Saris. I'm a little disappointed in... I mean, like, wildly, this last 3 minutes of the game... where really I gotta go find Lydia and get out of here because I got nothing else to do, is not signaled well. I feel like the game is prodding me to say, you know, maybe you have other stuff to do. And it's not clear that I really, really don't. I really don't. Okay. True justice has already been served. Justice. Akiko would only ever act to protect the council. I don't know how you trick Judge, but you'll never trick me. Now execute Henry before this island shuts down. He doesn't deserve to see its magnificent end. Can I execute this guy? I feel like that might be more productive. Okay, well, great. It is also giving me, I'm definitely aware of the fact that it's giving me the opportunity to find the rest of the collectibles that I haven't found. But I don't care about that. And it could be a goodbye for characters like Sam, but here's the thing. I'm not saying goodbye to Sam. I'm gonna see Sam on the next island, right? I don't have any goodbyes to say, except, I guess, to Henry. And I did that, so... And he wasn't, like, super thrilled about it. So, let's go... Oh, that location is unavailable. So then let's go to the pier. Okay, Lydia.
I'm glad you're back, LD.
You ready to go? I do kind of want to say, like... You know I let you off easy, right? But... It also... Did you notice? So I clicked through it, but it trapped me in that decision. Which is a little fucked up. I don't like that. I feel like that's really unpolished. So the 3 dialogue options I had were I could execute Lydia, I could exile Lydia, or I could end the game. But I had no option to say, oh wait, I meant to execute Dr. Doomjazz or whatever. Let me go do that first. Which is fine, like, I don't need that, but that's... This game has been, like, very... I don't want to say generous, but, like, I feel like generous and forgiving are both sort of the wrong valence of term, but it's been really good about, like, giving me opportunities to confirm decisions and things like that, except in moments where I actually really want it, and then it doesn't have it. Is Day is not a middle name. Both of their names are Daybreak. I think it's actually just one word, and it's an artifact of the erratic sort of punctuation that we see in the writing of this game, that sometimes it has a space in it. Oh, here we go. I have a wait. Okay. So again, it's not like the game is constructed in such a way that it wants to offer me this choice. It's just not doing a great job of organizing the information that it presents to me and signposting, like, if you want to not do anything, if you want to leave this conversation, then select the option that is leave paradise. Like, that's not at all clear, right? Even though it is structured in this way. It's not great at communicating it, and the game has like weird little communication problems here and there and all over the place. Not enough that I think it ruins the overall experience, but it adds some friction in just unexpected and sort of unnecessary places. Time to get out of here. Hop in, LD. Let's hope Perfect 25 is better than this island. Closing Island Sequence 24. Not like people who have applied. Yeah, right. Okay. Ready for Island Sequence 25. Let's go to the next island. I still, I'm curious who the people in that bar are, because it's not Lydia or Sammy. It could be Love Dies. Love Dies could be one of them, but I don't know. And the other guy's just like some citizen. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you and Sammy on the next island. We'll go and get a drink together. I can't wait to see Perfect 25. You think the Syndicate will survive this? I do think that we're going to rebuild, because I think Love Dies is an institutionalist. She wants to head up the psycho unit, or whatever it's called. I think Crimson Acid is a like real go-getter, and I think Judge is exerts a lot of power over everything. I hope that we rebuild it in a way that is a little bit more compassionate, maybe? I don't know. We'll rebuild, we always do. I hope you're right. There's a power vacuum now. What if this happens again? It won't. The investigator has breathed life back into paradise. I mean, that is overly confident, maybe, but I'm gonna miss Love Dies. We could have had something special. Nothing brings people together like the impending obliteration of a pocket of reality. Still, at least the case of the Paradise Killer got her out of exile. I wonder if her truths were right. I guess we'll never know. I hope Perfect 25 was worth it. Obviously, I hope they all die in a fire, but for their sakes, I hope they enjoy it. I've only known humans for a short amount of time, but they all seem to be idiots that only work for themselves. I'm sure they'll fuck it up nicely. I fucking love Shinji so much. Anyway, time to watch reality die. It's interesting that... I mean, I guess it's not. The game gave me an indication in trial that I didn't have all the answers about how the crate got to the penthouse. But I kind of expected something at the end, a little bit of a stinger to point out things that I had missed. Because there were definitely things that I had missed. Things that I missed in my presentation of the evidence, like not accusing the Daybreaks. But also, like, I still have that arm. I don't know what that arm is all about. So, I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to look that up at some point to figure out what the hell I missed. I'm curious about that, but I feel good. I feel good about the resolution to this. I feel good about having solved these mysteries in a way that I think is difficult. I think it's hard for a mystery game to balance a sense of this isn't obvious, and it's not clear, and it's complicated, and it's confusing because it's a mystery. But also, you can figure it out, and when you figure it out, you feel satisfied, not just in the narrative, but in your part in the narrative. And I do. I feel like this does a really good job of creating space for the player to figure out, like, to actually solve some stuff. And then to act on what they figure out. That was a weird picture. That was a weird picture with two Lady Love Dies, and then it's not... Okay. I'm down, though. Here we go. Way of Blood Bar. Ha 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 ha. So that's how it ended. A weird turn of events. The strangest paradise yet. Is this paradise safe? Of course it isn't. This is the Syndicate we're talking about. Will we need her again? We always will. She's the only one that can save paradise. Okay, well that was a little less satisfying, honestly. But overall, game was really good. Okay, it's it is 4. So I'm gonna stop here. But I'm gonna come back tomorrow and we're gonna start off with a Q&A. I got some discussion topics that I think are really, really good from off of Twitter. So we'll start with that. And then if folks have other things that they want to talk about, there are a couple things that I want to dig deeper into about how this game structures its mystery and sort of detective games in general, and things that I think it did really well and things that it did not quite so well, that I have thoughts about. But if there's other stuff that folks want to talk about, then come hang out tomorrow and put that in the chat, or send me a message on Twitter, and we'll address some of that stuff. And then I think I'm gonna prep another game, depending on how long we want to talk about Paradise Killer. We can start the next thing, which I'm not sure what it's going to be. There are a couple that I really want to do. So I think that's the plan. Thanks everybody. This was a lot of fun, and I'm glad to have finished this game. It's a good game. It's a really good game. And I'll see folks tomorrow. We'll do some more. We'll do some more talking. So in the meantime, thanks for coming by. Thanks for chatting. Stay safe. Be well. Have a good evening. And I'll see you. Bye.